tutty, baby.
Let's fucking go! We got this, baby! We got it! Let's go!
Hi, and welcome to DDLive. I'm your host, Angel Camacho, and I'm gathered here with my esteemed colleagues, the best of the best, Michael, the Stifler Sabina, and Jose Perra Guerra, the man they won't even let into his house.
That's crazy.
You can't get into DD, you can't get into your own house. What is this, Perra?
Bro, it's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's tough. It's
DD,
tough.
I don't know what's worse, DD or my house, bro. I legit can't even get inside my house. Not
Yes.
allowed in my house.
You're arguably having a pretty tough evening, just like the Texans and Raymond have been having for the last 2 weeks. Apparently, they can't even buy a win after reaching the summit of first place. And that's where we start reviewing week 4. The demise and fall of Raymond and the Texans. Did the trade make sense? The team was okay before. They panic on 1 week. They make a trade. They buy another bag of false goods. Talk to me, guys. You guys were there. I wasn't.
I mean, I don't know what the hell they were doing. I mean, I get why Pat made the trade, I guess. I don't know.
Why?
I mean,
Why would he make the trade? Why would he?
He panicked. We said it. We said he panicked. We said he went 0-3 because his tier 6 was gone. So a lot of people took the rule. They beat them. They lost every game 4-3 only, which is good if you lose your tier 6, who's your leverage in their offense, and they have that penalty.
Their tier 6 is not a tier 6. I think that guy is a low tier 4
right
in future seasons.
Yeah.
It was their leverage to win games, and obviously that penalty is brutal, bro. I don't think I think only one team has ever won against that penalty, and they still lost 4-3 every game. So to me, that's 3-0, but on paper it's 0-3. But they panicked and traded for their boy Petey. I don't know if they were trying to save him. I don't know. Who knows? We said it wasn't gonna work.
They definitely didn't save him.
No, absolutely not. And you see, that's kind of funny. And it's just something that dawned on me. Their tier 6 most probably next season is going to be a tier 4. So they didn't have a tier 6 to begin with. And obviously this was their asset. This was their tool in order to get all these wins. It wasn't in essence because they're an exceptional team. It's just been because they've had an advantage, which now with the implementation of the tier 6 rule kind of put them in a pickle. What I find funny is that the same drastic change in rankings that Jazz had from one tournament to the next is going to be the same thing that's going to happen in his tier 6. And then somebody a season or 2 from now is going to say that, that they're not getting equal value. And that's the problem that we've been having, not only with the talent, with the influx of talent coming in, is how do you properly assess, given the fact that, sometimes these rankings are completely way off. And I know that, you're going to have captains in there because that's what, I get fed to is that, no, you should always follow what the captains do. Wherever the player gets picked, that's where the player should go. What do you guys think?
In regards to like the topic in general.
Topic in general, yes.
I mean, no, when you're a rookie, it's impossible. That's nobody's fault. You're gonna try to put them wherever you think. You're gonna go by word of mouth. That shit's impossible. There's really no. I think those players have to go to the scrimmage, and the captain have to do their due diligence there. There, they can't go by ranking. The ranking is just to guide you. Al final del día, to draft, you have to do your own due diligence. But
Yeah, people always get reached for it and whatnot. So
I think going forward, maybe what should happen, bro, is these new guys, maybe the DDPA should also have to go to the rookie showing so they can see for themselves. Maybe that's because
Yeah.
I mean that one's tough, right? Because technically you don't know the DDP until after
the fact.
after the draft. So
that's an
I would just say
name it ahead of time.
Yeah. I mean I would just
go,
say, right?
They're the ones that really have to know the players, not the captains. The captains really can just gamble, but the DDPA should know all 100 players.
Yeah, that's big right there. And then I think in reality, I think, bro, if whether you think they were gonna go in that same tier, whether they were ranked in that same tier, I think tier for tier is fair. Obviously, you're gonna have those players where maybe they'll fall to the top of tier 3 and they're borderline tier 2, but I think realistically, if you're trading a tier 4 for a tier 4, whether it be a low tier 4 for a high tier 4, is a tier 4. And that's just like the most like black and white way to go about it, because when you start talking about rankings, then everybody has their own rankings, their own opinion, bro. It's simple, clear cut, a tier for a tier. If you guys are
I like
in the
that.
same tier, I think it should just go right ahead.
I think so. I think so. I think so. Especially that it's not like, the difference in skill is that big. And that's why I'm very stuck to my gun in the sense that marginally better, marginally worse, good enough for me. As long as it's not egregious, that it's something, a whole entire tier, 20 spots, 15 spots ahead of where players would normally get picked, then yeah. But I just find it funny. Jazz was 65 last tournament. This season he's 38. Dax and Enzo are in the 38s, 35 to 38. Same tier for me. That's the way that it was analyzed. That's the way it was presented. We got to do better on that sense. And
I don't think Dax and Enzo go 38 this season though.
You think they go higher?
I was ranked.
Well, no. So here's the thing. I think there's a mistake there. Jazz went tier 4.
Yeah.
So it's impossible that he went 38. 38 really means 58. If that's what you're trying to say.
No, I'm
saying,
saying that's where he was ranked as a player, going against the other rankings. Now where they got picked. I was just, when I said 38, I was putting it in the rankings, not
the Jazz for Dax was, to me, it was just that one was, I think that's a whole tier swap. But whatever, It is what it is. I actually thought about it. I was like, you know what? Enzo is fucking garbage. You're right. Fuck it. Like, I'm not mad at it, but I am mad at it because it's a lot. But whatever, you guys do have to be consistent because you guys been doing it. But that was probably out of all of them, the out of all the ones you've done, that one was kind of a reach. But
here's the point, and this is where I continue to argue that it's like there is no bias implied here. I'm the one that stands to lose the most because I have to play these people. I play against the Seahawks. So I need the Seahawks to do bad in order for me able to get a favorable position to get into the playoffs. So it's like, why would I willingly help another team get that kind of advantage when it's going to be detrimental to my team? So that's sort of like,
I get that, but you can't think of that in DDPA because then you're being biased whether you want to admit it or not.
When I'm in DDPA, I legit just literally look at it. I try to fine tune everything. I try to get a little bit of where the rankings are at. I try to get a player for player, what I think is going to be a better for better. Is there collusion? No. Now, is it a trade amongst captains? Because that's another thing. That's a completely different story. If two captains decide that they want to swap players, that's on them. The one where I feel that I get a little more intricate is when you have multiple players trying to trade multiple players. So, and that's where, and the thing is, a lot of the times, and you guys in one way or another have started on DDPA, a lot of these times, these trades that come up to the DDPA, they're not fully vetted. Then you have to go out and start vetting. Then you got people, oh, no, that's not what I was told. That's not what I presented. Then sometimes it's a bait and switch. So it's, and there's some interesting ones right now on the table. Like if you guys see the stuff that we turn away, I guess it's just open season. I think.
So I'm gonna ask you this. I'm asking this.
It's been put out on the DDPA, so I guess it's open season. Everyone's just trying to.
Yeah, I mean, it's every season is always gonna be like that. But I'm gonna ask you this, Mikey and Angel, what tier am I this season?
This season, well, you're hurt. You're hurt, right? So I would say a low tier 4.
I would put. Look, it's hard because Raymet got drafted tier 3, I think.
But that's not where I'm not talking about where I will go. I'm talking about where would I be ranked? Mind you, I've never been ranked above tier 5.
Yeah, but that's because that also goes into another thing. It's about that just people just don't like you. Like that's a different thing because you play center, you're quarterback, you have play, so you can make any team that much better. There's a reason why the owners of this league trust you enough to be a captain in a tournament where you don't have to play defense. So that's how much they value the input that you have on the offense. Now,
look, you hurt right now. If you don't throw, if you're hurt, how you are right now, and you're not allowed to throw, you're tier 6 to me. 6.
100%.
100% fair.
If you throw, you're literally there for quarterback, not to do the shit with AJ. But if you're there to throw, you're the one. Then you move up to tier 4 to me for sure.
Because you have to play defense.
Yeah, the defense is brutal. The guy's a walking plank. Maybe tier 5, bro.
I told you. You asked me earlier in the season. I told you, hey, a tier 5, Poppy, like that's. I don't think that's gonna happen. A tier 4, yes. A tier 4, I do see it happening. A tier 5, no, you're not a tier 5.
Nah, yeah, it'd be really hard. Oh fuck, man, I don't know. Maybe I would let it, bro.
Okay, so then now.
I would, bro. For a tier 5, bro, like I can't move right now.
Okay. So then, on the same basis.
Nah, you're right. You're right. I get it.
Hey, you already okay? You baited yourself into this next question. You already know what's coming. You already know what's coming because you just baited yourself into this question. Where do you put Joe on this season?
That's literally what I thought about. Nah, I get it.
So we gotta let him in. You gotta let him in because there's players dropping. That's something we're gonna talk about. There's players dropping that they're not captains. They got picked in the first round. They're dropping, and the proposals are Joe on for this guy. So if the same is what you're saying goes for Pedro, then it goes for Joe on too.
Yeah, I agree.
My only rebuttal to that would be the fact that I've never gone above tier 4. John's been nothing but a captain.
But listen, I'm just going to revert to Dino times, not fact checking, not stat checking, and just letting maybe personal biases get in between your ranking. Come on.
No. I mean, yeah, I get it.
Like, stop. Because, like, listen. At the end of the day, you've been whatever. Blah, blah. We let you in for tier 5, bro. I have to exit the chat on WhatsApp. Yeah, because the thing was just like levitate.
I don't think so, bro. Like you said, I think a lot of people don't like.
100%.
A lot of people don't like me, bro. I
listen.
Really don't
listen. We already dedicated 4 minutes. I'm one of them. 4 minutes to you entirely, just for you to get like 30 mentions. We're already, I already hit a bunch of bingo cards. I brought up Joe.
I'm wearing the color of the team that I want to come in for.
We talked to Perra and I talked trash about Ray Met. So I hit a bunch of bingo cards in the first segment. Now, in week 4, what else outside of the fact Pablo not even showing up?
Yeah, that was low, bro.
Scumbag of the season. And
I would say
coming from a guy that's missed multiple weeks, but the guy to wait until after the trade deadline. So that's Steve. Hey guys, by the way.
Pablo. Hey, honestly, what I've seen from Pablo has to be some of the most diabolical activity. Look, Mark and people are mad at me for what Pablo did is diabolical.
Yeah.
That's
worse. This is worse than and that's the thing. Everyone then says that Nass is putting a stain on the league, and it's because I guess we have such a big roster. You had Brian last season going to Halloween Horror Nights, and then screwing that team over, and then now you have Pablo that fortunately right after the stroke of the trade deadline bell, he tells his team, "Hey, not playing." You guys, and then they got smacked.
Peña had a good draft, man. A good team, bro. Remember I don't know if you guys remember, but
the ADP,
Rams are good.
The ADP, that guy,
we're like, okay, it's a playoff team at least minimum. And then all of a sudden he ships this guy, folds, then waits till an hour after the trade deadline to say he's not coming the next day.
Pablo fucked that season up bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's as bad as Derek letting 2 tier 6s fuck his season up.
Well,
and the Niners.
No, his team got better right now.
They got better, but still, he let 2 tier 6s tell him what to do, essentially.
Oh no, with the Roger thing.
This season has so many storylines of things that legit.
Bad trades. No trade has been good. No replacement has worked out for anybody. It's been
everyone cried. Look. For example, the Jazz Dax is this monumental upgrade. Gets inserted into a team, they go 1-2. So it's
my thing is that essentially has saved you guys. That has saved you guys in terms of the teams have not done good. But I don't really that doesn't mean anything when we're comparing player to player.
Right. But I'm saying, was it that much of an upgrade if the team didn't?
But that's what I'm saying. It really doesn't matter how the team did with or without the person.
Better no joda. Yeah, hindsight is 2020. Where we have the advantage of 2020 right now that we know exactly what happened and that the DDPA was right. That it wasn't a marginal, wasn't nothing egregious, and they went 1-2. They go 3-0. I don't show up week 5.
No, but I'm arguing against that. Is what I'm saying. You're
I
saying
understand,
that there wasn't that much of an upgrade because they went 1 and 2. I'm
right?
saying that has nothing to do with the fact that it was a major upgrade, in my opinion. I'm comparing player to player, not what the team does with the
No,
player or not.
I'm just using some, an ancillary item in order to cement
Gotcha.
my cause. You get me? I'm not
Gotcha.
using it as justification. I'm just proving that I'm right.
What are the Niners getting as a replacement for Derek?
That's the next thing, and that's another. We're in the next segment with the players dropping. We'll get there. Niners, huge news. This guy has a red shirt. We don't know. Everything's in the works. DDPA is waiting for me. Now,
Biggest takeaway for me is in week 4, bro. Honestly, man, like the Eagles, bro. The
first
Eagles
place.
3-0, first place. I still think that division's garbage, and it doesn't really matter.
No, but it's so bad that it's so competitive.
And that's what people don't understand. They're like, "Oh, we're so good because no one can pull away." No, it's because you guys all suck.
Yeah.
And you just
Like, there's no
marginally have
quarterbacks in that
suck here.
division.
Hey, listen, and again, it's just another week. Solid outing by the Dolphins. 2-1. Should have been 3-0.
Like Mikey said, 2-1 is better than 3-0.
All day. All day. All day. Trust me. That should keep you humble.
Ahora, look. Ahora, explícame esto. Bengals open up the morning. They go 4-0 on the Steelers. They follow that up with a battle with the Panthers, and they go 1-1, and they get a tie.
That was a rough game, bro. I watched that game.
And then they go on and they lose marginally to the Giants. Like, this is a team that, like, it's just like the Bengals, dog. They're just trying to scrap out of it irrelevance. And it's just like they can't catch a break, man. They can't catch a break.
Well, they traded. They shipped Bang out.
Yeah, now they made moves after the fact.
Yeah, I guess he wanted to.
And then look, watch this. Bengals beat Steelers 4-0, and then the Steelers beat the Seahawks 4-2.
It's DD for you. People have, like, there's always that team that has your number. It's
Or
weird,
you mean Devin Delator? Losing games you should win? That's DD way? Is that what you meant? Oh, you meant done deal. Oh, I thought you just meant losing when games mattered, which is the Devin Delator way.
That's and look, now you bring that time. Now that he has a good team on paper, obviously anything can happen. It's his to lose the MVP. It's his to lose the.
Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there because the chat said que te ayudamos, Devin. So I said it.
Let's go there already. Go MVP favorites.
Wait, no. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
What else?
Too many players dropping. First and foremost,
Give us the
Derek,
insight.
Captain Derek, 49ers blew his shoulder out at red zone. Those that were there said it was horrific. It was extremely bad injury. He played it off in the chat, sending in the image and saying that he has to see a surgeon. According to everyone who was there, said it was extremely bad. That as bad as a separated shoulder could be. So
when was this?
This was last night.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this was last night. So Derek, we're sending you our best wishes. We love you. You're a great asset to this league, to the community, and we hope that it's just
go 49ers, baby.
Yeah, I just hope it's just a really bad sprain, bro. Y que la gente son exagerada, y que estaban tomando, and they didn't know what they were talking about, and that they're not doctors like Mikey, and that you're Gucci and you'll be fine for nationals. Pero
he could get a good replacement though.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen. The 49ers seem to be needing help. Who should the 49ers get as a replacement for Derek? Captain Derek.
Look, I chilled with him the other day. He's ready to play. I think Kevin Mujica can come in.
That does nothing for that team.
Who else are you gonna put? There's nobody.
No,
else.
Kevin's not gonna run. I talked to Kevin. Kevin is like, if it was like an air it out concept, I know Kevin would do it, but Kevin is not gonna run right now. No shot. He's not gonna run.
Oh, look,
they need to go get a quarterback.
And here's other cheese. DDLive is going to bring it up first on the 49ers team. Right now, Grant is hurt too. He has to do it. He has to get imaging tomorrow. But it's probably likely he's going to be super limited this Saturday.
Robert Grant?
Yeah. When he playing us, he got hurt.
Yeah, it's because they're running him into the ground. The man played in a nationals tournament this weekend, then came and then went straight into playing Top Gun, of course. Play that the games.
His foot hurts. It's like even if it's negative tomorrow, he's gonna be limited Saturday. He might even drop just to help, just to not fucking bring that team down. So that they can get good replacements.
And like that, there's several players.
Bro, you get the #1 overall guy. You can get a stud for him. And for Derek, good cap. You can get a good ass cap for him. The team's not fucked just because they're dropping. They can get good.
They could get back to back. They could get a cap and a 1.
Yeah,
they should reopen trading again and like fucking incentivize all these bum ass captains.
They could get Kevin and Gary for him. I think DDK would allow Gary to come for the #1 overall. He's been #1 overall before. And then you let in Kevin Mujica.
I just don't see Mujica like Mujica. I just don't see Mujica.
Or Cheeky. Cheeky can come in if they want a quarterback. Cheeky would love to. Gary would love to play with Cheeky. Gary loves Cheeky.
Gary would also love to play with somebody else.
Oh, no, I'm naming quarterbacks, bro. I'm off the top of my head here. I don't know who.
Damn, that's big though. That's big. That's big.
No. You guys hear the ping, 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 ping? Something's happening here, guys.
By the time this drops, actually Thursday, they probably have a replacement. So.
Oh, they have to. They have to.
It's Tuesday today, guys, for us. So we're talking in hindsight, probably.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of things happening right now. There's a lot of things happening right now. The Bengals camp is trying to make changes.
Actually, one more thing. They can also, if they're fire, if the Niners are fire, what I would do is get Eddie, who's missing week 5. You gamble, you still get a playoff ticket, but you get Eddie for playoffs. Hey.
I wouldn't do it.
I know, but hey, if they're desperate, they can do that.
They can easily go 0-4 and miss the playoffs.
Eddie Franca is a friend of this show.
They could get Eddie, and they could get a good #1.
Eddie and Gary will be fire.
Just dug it out. The team's not that bad, bro. I played against him. It was a tough ass game.
Gary could throw because if you get Gary plays a 7-man quarterback. Gary
gotta win one game.
Yeah, if Pablo could do it. If Pablo could do it in DD, Gary could go 3-0.
They play the Saints. Do they play the Saints? Because Saints might tank. Rams are bad.
All right, listen. So tank. The word comes up. The Tank Bowl. Mikey, can you give us your thoughts on your issue with the Tank Bowl?
So my issue with it, I like that you're incentivizing people that are not in playoffs to have an opportunity to have fun. Because, bro, I've been there. It sucks when you don't make playoffs. Actually, yeah, I have been there one time. I'm not used to that. But that shit does suck. I do like the idea a lot. You still get to play for money. You still get to try hard. But the people who are in the 8th and 9th seed who might not be able to play, or the 7th seed even, who can't play for the bowl, what if they start tanking? And then you have other teams who are on their schedule, like let's say Dolphins play the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and I play the 3, 4, and 5. They're gonna get free dubs, even though they probably already beat them. But you know, it becomes an issue.
If it was randomized, if week 5 was randomized, like that, you just like doesn't matter if you play the team in your conference a 3rd time, then yes, that would be okay. But given that the way that it's so predictable what the schedule is going to be, you already know who's favored going in.
That's why I think what I told Joan is, bro, why don't you do a play-in where the 7, 8, 9, and 10, they do 2 games, like a little tournament, and the best team or the final 2 are the ones that play for the toilet bowl. The best out of those worst teams, instead of being the 10th seed, like
in fantasy football, football.
Consolidation bracket.
Then you only get, like, what you get is the people who lost the first round, the people who lost in the first round of the playoffs, they get thrown in to that loser bracket, and then only like the first losers that didn't make the playoffs, and then they'll play.
Maybe you shouldn't include the top 6, but you include the
you're adding another week to DD now, bro.
Yeah, you are.
You just do it in the playoffs. You do it in the
playoffs.
Bro.
It's gonna be too much. Enough people don't already go. The people that do go just to drink. So like, it's too much, bro.
I think just the 7 through the 10 love the league like we love the league. Are playing just a 7 through the 10.
What I would say, honestly, I might even do it like the NBA draft lottery, and like 10th place gets maybe 4 helmets. 9th place, like 2, 3, 2, and 1 in reverse order, and then you just do a lottery for those 4 teams that don't make it.
Or we avoid all the mystery completely, and week 5 from now on should be interconference play. That instead of only playing the people inside our conference, you get randomized to play against the people from the other conference.
That's cute. I like that.
So the last week, those 4 games, you're playing against people from the other conference. So ya no hay tiki-taka. Hey, listen, your divisional games, they're already done. So you're seeding inside on what now you're just going for overall record. Now go win your games.
I like that. I would like at least 1 week of like, you know,
Hey,
interconference
1 week
play.
of interconference play. Don't do it week 5. Do it week 3. Do it
Yeah.
week 4. Whatever.
I like that though.
Like
I like
sometimes,
that. I like week 3,
listen,
that week of 4 games.
we're getting extremely creative as a league because we have to keep everyone incentivized. Now, the one thing that I will say, and we've been just flirting with the topic around for the last 5 minutes, is the amount of people that are dropping from the league. Derek, unfortunately, hurt. Grant, hurt, not that hurt, maybe hurt, still
We'll
dropping
see.
for the better of the team. We'll see. Then Steelers, Jerry dropping. Aleman, Bengals dropping. We've already had, there's like it's drop after drop after drop. So
Yo, let me in.
a lot of it is how much are people losing interest once their records are set, and how much is it that we've allowed too many people to get into the league, or we've been too selective about the people that are getting into the league. I think that ultimately we have to look ahead. I know there's a business model in place and that we want expansion, but we want quality expansion.
Nah, there's no shot. DD can expand right now.
I don't want to see more teams and more players when we're practically convincing captains, we're incentivizing captains. They're not appreciating it, and you can see it by their actions that they're not trading. They're doing horrific pre-draft decisions. Then they get into the season, they miss a week, they're trash. And then it's like, oh, you know, the DDPA, oh, the league, oh, this league sucks. I can't do this. I can't bring this person in. I really, the exclusivity is nice, but make it with quality. Too many people dropping, man. Too many people dropping.
That's it? Any other names that are dropping?
These are, I can't say it. I can't say it. It'll be a breach of confidence here. So that means, gentlemen, before that,
damn.
Now we got to keep the people like motivated. They got to watch. They got to the next one. Games of the week. First one, Commanders, Cowboys. Perra, you're up first because we know where Mikey's going.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Commanders, bro. I haven't been a fan of the Cowboys. I've told Peaky, I've told Mikey, I don't think he's using Mikey the right way. At the end of the day, me on one Achilles, I would just fucking plant myself in the middle of the field. And Chris Zuzo is a tier 4 for a reason. No matter how good he is, you can't treat him like a tier 2. I just don't like the Cowboys, man.
Oh.
They're just, I don't know, like, they're a good team, obviously, and Peaky's peaky, but there's just, it's rough. Like, he keeps using I feel like he's using Mikey wrong with that whole handoff crap, getting gimmicky. I don't like him. But now with that same shit, the Commanders aren't that good, but I hear some rumblings on that team that they might get a little upgrade as well. So I like that team if they do.
Tú me estás sacudiendo aquí por información y tú no sueltas nada, serio, ¿verdad?
So I'm gonna take Commanders. I'm gonna take Commanders 4-3.
I got Cowboys 4-2.
I mean, we played them last time. They got better at the end of the game when they stopped the. So at first, Alex was coming up to bother me with the option, and they were getting toasted behind. And they fixed it, and then they kind of caught up. It was 3-1, and they tied it up. So maybe I don't know. I still think we win, but it'll be a good game for sure. It's all on Corona and see, or whoever's throwing. That's the day, bro. I think the team is really good. Commanders done so good. Alex is like, to me, GM of the year. He's fucking.
But the rumblings on that team is that, and that's when you have a lower tier quarterback throwing for your team. He's trying to appease the captain too much, and everyone knows that Montano loves his stats, and Montano's in the race for the MVP, and Montano's in the race for the tier 1. And
I'm gonna say this. Go ahead, finish. But Montano, you have no shot at the MVP, bro.
But don't tell that to Alex Montano. Is what I'm saying. But the issue is that's why for me it's tough. Like a team that doesn't have a defined elite quarterback better than Peaky, like Mikey, you're here on company propaganda, trying to murk the waters. This is Cowboys easily 4-2. Moving on. Eagles, Seahawks. And I'm going to pick Seahawks on this one. not because of a disrespect to the Eagles, because I think the Eagles are a formidable squad. I think this will be a 4-3 Seahawks win. And it's not because Devin is going to have a great game. It's because of a conversation I had with Louis Uturi last night.
I have Seahawks too. I don't think I'm not a fan of the Chris J at quarterback.
I told Louis, listen, you walk into that huddle and you tell that bum, throw me the ball. Only throw me the ball. Don't throw it to nobody else. And you guys score 4 touchdowns on them.
They play out though. I think I was it can give him.
Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles, man.
You got Eagles?
I'm taking Eagles. I mean, I'm not a
Hey,
fan
Pedro,
of
you
that
gonna be there
Seahawks
Saturday?
team. What you think, bro?
All right, I'm gonna take a bottle of Reposado. If the Seahawks win, you're taking
what game is that? Is that like their second game or something?
Yeah, their second game, 10-15, 10-15.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, 100%. See, Eagles are winning.
Eagles winning?
4-2. Yeah, 4-2.
All right. So either I'm taking a shot or you're taking a shot. You take a shot if Seahawks win, I take a shot if Eagles win.
I'll take a shot regardless. Hell yeah.
Then a double shot. It
Let's
has
do
to be
it.
something that you want to lose, not something that you want to win. And that's what we want the tank goal to be. 11:45 again. Apparently, number 1 Eagles. They're plastered everywhere. Eagles, Giants. And remember, everyone, the Giants are the team that don't allow players to play, even though their captain authorized it. If it was on a sanctioned week that he's off. So if you're going up against anyone on this current Giants roster, including CP, make sure you do not let that player play because they do not allow it.
I got Giants here.
Yeah, so as much as I was right,
Now Chris D's back. Giants 4-3.
It's not even that Chris D. It's not. I mean, it's not Chris D for me, bro. It's the brothers, right? And the fact that, like, alluding to the point that Mikey made, I love Chris J, but I can't trust him,
Yeah.
And they're gonna have a good enough. The Giants are gonna have a good enough rush, and if I was them, I would put probably Adrian to play the middle and play left right with CP and take away the handoff game of Al. And there goes that, bro. But then on the same side, the fucking Eagles have arguably the best rusher right now, or if not the fastest rusher in friggin' Peanut. So they can ball at that same little handoff game that Chris D and Chris Martinez have. So I think it'll be a good game. I'm gonna go Giants. 2-1.
Giants 4-3.
I got Giants.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, those are the games of the week. Now we are moving on to
we missed one.
Yeah, you said 3.
The Hell in a Cell.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's because it's the Cowboys again. Cowboys Vikings.
We tied them last time. We tied them last time, and they didn't use Roger. I have to go with us again. I have to.
That's the last game of the day, no?
Yeah. Actually, I wouldn't doubt.
I'm gonna take Vikings.
Yeah, I'll be pissed drunk for sure by then.
You already have the playoff secured. You already have the playoff secured.
Vikings.
I would have to do math there, see what's up, but I do want to ruin the Vikings playoff chances.
Yeah. No, and the thing is that Peaky doesn't go 3-0, and Mikey hates 3-0, so there has to be a Cowboys loss somewhere. Oh, 4-0, that's right. Even
regardless, I got Vikings just because they're gonna come out hungrier, like Mikey said. He'll for sure be drunk. They probably already have a bye week.
I wouldn't doubt it. You know what? I'll give this one to Vikings. I some shit like that. Some stupid shit's gonna happen like that. They're in the last game of the season. They needed to get in. Picky and me are a little bit tipsy already. Picky's been drinking a little bit too much, hanging out with me. It's been an issue.
It's actually no. It's actually been a breath of fresh air.
Finally, right? That guy loosens up for once, bro. Hey. Guy in the morning is
hey, would you ever think that you would ever see Peaky at Live, at the Fontainebleau?
I think I changed his life. I changed his life, bro.
Hard Rock, like I'm telling you, this man is living life.
It's the Mikey effect.
Like I'm so happy for him. This man, like you could see the like there's just a sparkle in his eye, and you could see it. Thank you, Sabina.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
All right, gentlemen. Now the playoff picture. is one that is very convoluted on the north side, and the south side is a little bit already more cemented. Do you guys expect any surprises? Now, I'll tell you this. The Niners are sitting in fourth at 22 points. Jaguars are at 22 points. Raiders have the last spot at 17, so a 5-point drop. And then you have Vikings at 16. Buccaneers would have to go perfect and a whole lot of crap has to happen for getting it. So the conversation is here. Will the 49ers, Jaguars, and Raiders pooch it that bad that they let the Vikings in?
How many points do the Cowboys have?
No, the Cowboys got 25, Poppy. The Cowboys are second. Yeah, they got 25.
Yeah, but that's only one game. And the Commanders have what, 24?
No, but we're talking about the last thing.
No, I know. I think in reality, right, the one team that I would have to bet against there, as currently stands, and because of the limbo of the news we just essentially dropped, it would have to be the 49ers.
Yeah. I think the 49ers could fall out. Even though these people need their 6 points, that's 2 games. They need to have 2 games over them. Like, so if Niners just go 2-0, Vikings tie them, and then we'll go to point differentials where Vikings are dog shit compared to them.
And the Niners are 5. The Niners are 5, and the Vikings are -1.
So essentially, Vikings need to go 2 games above them plus a tie above them. So, bro, that's really hard for 49ers to get out. Raiders is very possible. Jaguars is not possible. It's the same thing as Niners. Literally same thing.
But just less of a PD. Jaguars have a 3 PD, and Vikings have -1.
Yeah, I just think because of the uncertainty with around the 49ers, if I had to pick a team to miss the playoffs, it would be the 49ers.
I'm picking Raiders.
0-4, bro.
It would be bad.
Yo, a cap. Listen, the DDPA is gonna make sure they get a cap and a tier 1 in if a cap and Grant fall out. Like tampoco así hacer.
No, it's gonna get a good replacement.
But it's something happens.
It's DD. It's week 5. It's gonna be hard, depending. Like, if it's not like a package deal, like you're probably bringing in a quarterback with a new receiver. It'll be tough, man. It's not as simple, and I think they have a pretty tough schedule. They play the Vikings.
No, but the point is that if they get
I can see a scenario where the 49ers are the 6th seed. The Raiders are not there, and the Vikings are 5th or last.
For them to get a new #1 overall, a top 5 quarterback captain, there's no way they go 1-4. It'd be.
They gotta get 1 win. Yeah, they gotta get 1 win. It will put them at 25 points, and then no one touches them. So I understand what you're saying. Like, they can't go 0-4. Just
but if they go 1-3 and the Vikings go 4-0, they get jumped.
Yeah. Yes. The Vikings go
4-0.
Hey, 4-0.
I'm just saying the uncertainty.
I'm never include that 12:30 game against the Cowboys.
If you go 4-0, exactly. I hope you get in. You deserve it for sure.
I'm never, ever picking against David again. So I'm guaranteeing, or I don't know. I want to go back. I'm pretty much guaranteeing. I'm not gonna pick against David. No shot. David is gonna make the playoffs. No shot. I'm gonna say he's not gonna make the playoffs. Got me fucked up.
Yeah, maybe Vikings just don't get it. They don't get in, bro. I think they just don't get in.
I just don't know. I just don't know if David has a Michael Sabina or an Angel Camacho on that team.
He has a Suazo and Brian.
Clint.
I
don't know, man. It's tough. I'm not betting against David. No shot.
They're the team that would get removed, though. If it's anyone, it's them. Everyone else, the top 5 is locked, in my opinion. And what's up for grabs is the bye.
The buys. I think the Dolphins get one of those buys and the Cowboys get the other. I think the Cowboys go 3-1.
We lose the Commanders and they can get it. That game will be good. That's why it's game of the week. It's a good game. Now, I think Dolphins are locked to get it. Also, they're 2 points ahead there.
On the flip side, it's just
booty.
Cachete and cachete, Bobby. Mira, right there. You got the Eagles standing pretty in first place at 24 points. But then you have 8th place at 15. So literally like 9 points away, 3 games away. Now you got Eagles 24, Giants 21, Seahawks 21. Then now this is where the dip starts to come. Falcons 19. Steelers, no Jerry, 19. Panthers 19. Bengals, no Aleman, got to find a replacement, 16. Bears 15. They used to be first place. Texans, now they got Petey, so all the way at the bottom, 12.
What's that rest of that Bengals roster? Now after that trade.
Okay, so the Bengals roster,
They got it's pretty good.
they got Lulu, Jason Castellano, Joe C, Rafael Martinez, Aleman's dropping, and Juan Sanchez. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you, Lulu's shooting for the stars.
Like every captain should. Like what people don't understand is your job as a captain or as someone that's on the team that the player is dropping is to shoot as high as you can. They tell me no? Okay, cool. I'll move on to the next.
Should Kevin Nunez come in for Anthony Aleman?
No.
Fuck no.
No.
That's the kind of level of insanity that is hurled upon us on a day-by-day basis.
That's atrocious because then he just got drafted first round. Are you drafting him first round?
And he gets suggested for Anthony Aleman. It's
oh man, that's actually disrespectful. It's like, dude, he just got drafted first round this season in this league.
Like and then another player, he legit like sent a screenshot where like, oh, he's only 20 spots better or 15 spots better than this player. Like, Bobby, come on, man.
Nah.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about the North? So 4 games is 12 points if you win, like all 4. The last place team is 12, and the Eagles #1 is 24. That means if Eagles go 0-4 and Chargers go like 4-0, they can like usurp them. Not that they'll get the first seed.
Right. Just like what has happened to the Texans the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, bro, it's wild, man. Honestly, this is for sure. I'll tell you which teams get in and which get out. I know for sure Panthers are out. They're not getting in. Hell no.
So Freddie Bops, like, yo, we went from Freddie Bops to Freddie Bops.
Yeah, I was never a believer. Never a believer. And I'm telling you, he will not make playoffs, and I'll go down as the greatest reporter to ever do it. And I want Ray to look for me. When he doesn't make playoffs, I want to say, Mikey, where you at? Say in playoffs. Bengals, I think Bengals get in. For sure.
I think Bengals get in.
Out of 7 through 10, Bears get in. I love them. I think that they find a full team, and I'm biased, but I like the Fredo and Carlos having a great season. I think Bengals get into Texans. Their momentum.
No, Texans are done.
What's the opposite of momentum? Like that camp must be
Ray Matt.
I think it's very feasible. I think it's very feasible for Falcons, Steelers, and Panthers to drop significantly in the standings.
Oh yeah, honestly,
it could Falcons could be the last team in, and Bears and Bengals jump.
So right now is what? Right now again is what? Is Eagles?
I think it's gonna be Eagles, Giants for that first place. Then
I'm gonna say
go.
I'm gonna say that the Steelers, depending on the pickup, but if they get who they're trying to get,
I'm telling you right now, they wanted Joe on for Jerry.
What Joe on? Cabo, the Carlos for Jerry?
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's a no shot. But
that's okay.
Well, then that's where the conundrum comes in, because that's what you see. You're thinking the way that we were talking at the beginning of the episode, because the thing is that John is normally a captain, but now he's going to come in for the 6th overall player. You know, he would have been a captain at the beginning of the season.
But not because I say so. I don't believe in the quarterbacks that can't move being captains, like the Tronky. I never liked that. I think he's a top 5 player, like but not captain right now. He doesn't move on defense at all. Maybe not for Jerry, but I wouldn't be like super pissed though.
Regardless, I don't think that
defense gets really bad. Remember that outside of Danny Dominguez and Jerry, it was them 3, like Petey.
Yeah,
Jerry.
but wait. You're talking about team right now. We're not talking about making the team better, making the team worse. You're talking about player for player, where they got picked, and who it is. See that now
For
you're thinking
me, is
about
a no. It's impossible to let in a top five captain.
He's not a top
Always,
five captain anymore.
perennial,
He's
a
not a top five
perennial.
captain anymore.
But he's perennial top 5 captain.
but he's still ranked that high. Even when he plays just quarterback, he's a number 1 player. He's a number 2 player. It's impossible to let him in for the 6th overall player.
I don't think so. I don't think so. He's not. He's not a top 5 captain. No shot.
He's not a top 5 captain.
No, what, that guy doesn't move on defense. That's like then why isn't Tronky a top 5 captain? Who's a better quarterback, Tronky or John?
Oh, I'm taking Tronky all day.
Okay, then get out of my face. Then they move the same on defense.
Yeah, but John has quote unquote proved it in DD.
When? In what?
I mean, I agree with that. He hasn't done shit in my opinion, but
All right then. That's
revisionist history.
Look, that's how Pio to me. Pio. Put him in for Jerry. Let's see what's up.
Damn. No, I think the DDPA we all said no.
Well, point is,
regardless, I think the Steelers drop. I think out of that, I know a lot of people have very silently, the Falcons scare a lot of teams up there. The Falcons are scaring a lot of teams. It depends
what Josh you're gonna get. All I have to do is rent a yacht on Saturday and tell Josh that we're gonna go on it. Done. I'm in the playoffs.
I don't know, but I can definitely see. I definitely have to say that the Bengals are the team that gets in for sure, in my opinion.
So
yeah,
who drops out?
He wants it too bad. Lulu wants it too bad.
Giants and Seahawks only have 21 points, 2 points above the 6th seed. They can fall out too. This conference is weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Anybody
and look at the PD. Out. Nobody's protected by the PD. The only people that are protected are the Chargers, who are complete bafuki at -14, and the Eagles are +9. Everyone else is.
I'm not gonna bet against Lewis because, like you said, at the end of the day, bro,
he's
just throw that shit up, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, I would say so. They play who do they play the last 4 games? Texans, Eagles, Bengals, and Panthers. Yeah, 2-2.
I think that game against the Panthers can very easily determine the 4 through 6 seed.
It very can.
Yeah, every game there is. They're all too close. I don't know who's gonna get the buys there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Steelers fall out.
Steelers and Panthers for me fall out.
Yeah, I don't know if the Bears can come up that much.
Look, bold statement: Falcons, Steelers, and Panthers. All 3 of them fall out. Bengals, Bears. No. Texans can't get in. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, Steelers, and Panthers. Bengals, and Bears.
All right, gentlemen. Moving on to the segment you all have been waiting for. DDLive has called, since its inception, every single MVP. Every season, we have called the right MVP.
Yeah.
All right, so these are our top 5 MVP players in consideration. Now, there were some outliers that, depending on a very impressive week 5, they could jump into this conversation. Obviously, due to injury, one of these gentlemen will no longer be able to pad his stats on the final week of the season. But let's start off from right to left. And this is a very surprising inclusion, because there was a lot of questions when he was picked as a captain, if he would actually be a good captain. Then when the initial DDLive show came out, we did the pre-draft ADP and all that. It showed that Alex Montano was one of the best rated GMs going into the season with his pre-draft transactions. He goes on to pick a team, and he's right in the thick of it in the playoff hunt, battling for a bye. And look at these stats. First in touchdowns, 21, 44 catches, 30 flag pulls, 3 INTs. That is one of our candidates. Next up, we got the Cowboys captain, the reigning MVP, Edgar Piqui Guerra, with a 31-5 TD INT ratio, 67% completion, 25 flag pulls, 3 INTs. Then we got the guy who not going to talk bad about him in this segment. Devin Delator, 35-4 TDINTs, 57% completion percentage. That's tough because Luis Iturri is on your team. 23 flag pulls. That's the impressive part. 5 INTs, even more so there. Moving on. Ant, 31-3, 69%, 17 flag pulls, 4 INTs. And then we have Derek with 34-4, 67, 30 flag pulls, and a sack. Gentlemen, we already know that Derek will not be in contention, given that we have already spoken about the games that these gentlemen are going to have. Who do we feel is going to emerge from this crop? Or do we have a dark horse from the outside lurking in?
So before we anything, bro, like I feel like DDLive is good at looking at a holistic picture of all of this. So, like, I like to look at things like, so for example, the reason why we put Alex, you're right. He's probably gonna win GM of the year if they do give that award out. The guy is about to break a record for touchdowns, which Lulu just broke last season. It's at 24. He's already at 21. He can still get a bye in the conference. And he's a wide receiver. He's not a quarterback cap. So this is like a beautiful thing. Those are things that I look, and he's doing it with Corona and Freddie, who people thought his team was trash. I think it's trash. You know, like it's a good, you have to look at things like that.
It's a feel-good story.
Yeah, it's not just all about like, yo, this is a stat, although that's like 90% of it. But I think when you try to weigh out when it's a close race, you those are intangibles that you should talk about, because intangibles matter to me, bro. That's the, I think intangibles matter. And Alex, to me, has all the intangibles over everybody here. But I get it.
Mike, you're hitting it right on the head, right? So I think that's great, right? In terms of like you said, it's 90% stats, but we're talking about MVP.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the year that I won MVP, and then everyone assumed, right, that Peaky was going to win best tier 1. When you're talking about best tier, it's purely stats. It's not. It doesn't matter if he was a quarterback or not. And Mark won, rightfully so, with freaking almost 100 catches in a season, which is ridiculous, right? I think I'm gonna second everything you said. Honestly, if Montano gets a bye, if he breaks that record, and he ends up with the most flag pulls out of this quartet,
that's another thing. On defense, he has the most flag pulls.
He ties for the INTs amongst this quartet. Like, man, that'll be fucking tough to not vote him MVP.
It's tough,
like
man.
Tough.
That's why I put him there. It's tough, bro. The kid, bro, he's done everything.
And the reality is, like, look, you look at Peaky's numbers, and then it's always the Peaky effect. You got to compare Peaky against Peaky, and these are pedestrian numbers compared to what Peaky has put up in the past. Then you use that to compare everyone else, and it's just like, well, Ant doesn't have the flag pulls, just as many INTs, marginally better percentage, marginally better ratio, but the team is much worse.
Yeah, it's very wide open.
The team is fighting to make to the playoffs. Then you got Devin, who's like literally all the bulk of these stats were in the front end of the season, and he's just been, just trying to back up into the MVP conversation. Peaky's compared to previous seasons is not peaky. Derek unfortunately drops out because he's just not going to be there for week 5, 4 games. Too much to try to, to curve for what everyone else here has.
Remember that the record for passing touchdowns is 50 flat. There's 16 points to be thrown here. So Devin could break the passing touchdown record. That helps him if he gets it. I think that helps him a lot.
I think right now, right, realistically, based on this list, because of team and all that stuff, is Peaky's award to lose, in my opinion. If everything were to stay status quo and everybody has a regular week, I think Peaky wins because he should get the bye. But
that's again, the thing. I'm not gonna vote for Devin. I'm not gonna vote for Devin. Like when Peaky's having a better season than him.
Is he though?
But that's the thing. It's arguable. I would say no, because that point is saying Peaky against Peaky. Peaky's not having a better season than Devin. Doesn't matter if Devin's kind of like backing his way into it. But because of the bye scenario, I think Peaky's award to lose right now. But honestly, I think it could very easily go Montano, and if Ant sneaks into a bye,
He's
Ant
good,
can get the
bro.
MVP as well.
Devin has Devin has 2 more losses. Is throwing for 10% less. Throw him,
The completion percentage is really bad. 57% is like if you look at it in the quarterback.
In DD, if you look at it, he's dog water.
Yeah, it's really bad. He's
In
just throwing that
DD,
shit up.
in DD, you should like automatically be throwing 65%.
Yeah. And yo, he's only 1 interception behind, and he has the best completion percentage. And his little ratio isn't bad. 31-3 to 35-4.
But then we're talking about also like that team is like we're talking about that they might not even make the playoffs.
That's what we're talking about. Most valuable player.
Yeah. And does
again, right now, I would
ROI,
go Peaky.
ROI is Alex Montano.
For me right now,
he's doing chicken salad out of chicken shit.
I'll put it to this way, Mikey. You come up with the poll or some shit, and you put it on the edited version. Right now, I would put Peaky 1, Montano 2, and Ant 3.
I can't argue with that either. Yeah,
I wouldn't argue with that either. Yeah, but I'd probably put yeah, bro.
My love for narratives is gonna put Montano 1 and then Peaky 2.
I put Devin above Peaky right now.
But Peaky goes 4-0 this week. Throws 16 touchdowns.
That's the thing. Peaky could very well just
he'll pull more flags than Montano, and then
Devin's on the worst team right there. Like his team is the worst. He's not on the worst team, but his team is the worst. Automatically, in my opinion, you can't be in the bye. Like you're not in the bye. I'm sorry, you can't be in the MVP. In the MVP, like a finalist. You can be in the MVP talk like he is right now. But if it ends right now, he's not in it because he doesn't have a bye.
What if he gets a bye and he breaks a passing touchdown record?
He won't. They're not going 4-0 and he's not throwing 16 touchdowns. Book it. It's not happening.
I don't.
Because it's a close race, though.
He tries to get everybody involved sometimes, and it's just like you got Lucy Terry, dude. Come on,
it's a close race. I think for each one to win it.
Yeah, there's no runaway leader.
Alex has to break the record.
Well, just like how this season has been, nothing has been runaway.
Yeah.
Devin has to break the record and probably needs to get a bye, and then Peaky.
Hey, I don't think we gotta do bold predictions. I think we've been bold enough with everything we've said. We will. It's gonna be an interesting week 5. It's gonna be an interesting week 5. How everything's gonna play out. Let's see, gentlemen. We have a lot to discuss. We have a lot to look at. Be on the ticker for your mentions for the best tiers. Trying to give you some suggestions on who you guys should be able to look at. And then let's see how it plays out. I hope you guys have a great week 5. Hopefully we get less heat for the DDPA for all these transactions that we're going to have to approve or deny over the next couple days. Stay safe, have fun, and hope to see you on the flip side in the playoffs. Bears up! This is DDLive and is brought to you by the best law firm in Miami, Ram Law Title Group. Ray Martinez, you're the man, Poppy. We love you. DDLive loves you. We're the show of the people. All right, gentlemen.